Hi there. Welcome to Healing After Loss. Today is Wednesday, 8 July 2026, and as always, I will be reading from this book, Healing After Loss, Daily Meditations for Working Through Grief, by Martha Whitmore Hickman. If you get benefit from these weekly videos, then please do all of the like, comment, share, subscribe, tap the bell, do whatever, all the YouTube things that they ask you to do, so that maybe we can tell the algorithm that you want more of it. If you personally get the passages more than anything that I say about it, and you'd like your own copy of this book, there is an affiliate link below where I can make a little bit of money, and Martha Whitmore Hickman can also make a little bit of money. And you won't have to spend a heck of a lot of money to get your own copy of this book. As you can see, it's been more than a year for me, so I'm just going to keep reading from this book either until I run out of fresh passages or I run out of grief to talk about. Let's get started. July 8. In desperate hope, I go and search for her in all the corners of my house. I find her not. My house is small, and what once has gone from it can never be regained. But infinite is thy mansion, my Lord, and seeking her, I have come to thy door. Rabindranath Tagore. In the course of our life, we go to the places we have been with our loved one, and at each place feel afresh the pang of our loss. I remember after my daughter died that I would often measure the degree of my courage or despair by how far open I left the door to her room. Almost closed meant a very bad day. I could scarcely bear to see her familiar setting. As the months wore on, I was able to leave the door farther open, and then, of course, to let it stand fully open against the wall. I am bemused now, thinking about it, but at the time, there was nothing bemusing about it. I was acting out a desperate struggle not to be overcome. But those places we come upon, or avoid, are not home to our loved one anymore. Searching for them, we come to the door of the unknown, which we can enter only in fantasy. Can we trust that within, one who knows better than we is caring for them? In the universe we share, I trust that my loved one is safe. Today is not a sad anniversary for me. I know of no one in particular who has passed on July 8th. But thinking about Martha's loss of her own daughter and walking through her home, I'm reminded of the mental rooms that I walked into or walked past at the loss of Mommy, nearly 20 years now. This will be 20 years in a few months. And I do have faith that based on her faith, when she passed, she was singing immediately with the heavenly choir, which would mean that if I was in a church service facing a choir I could sometimes see Mommy singing up there. Or if I was in a church service singing from the choir, I could sometimes feel her next to me. Knowing full well that's not where she was. That wasn't her choir. And never was. I will never again see the choir that Mommy was a member of perform. But I can remember her performing. Not that choir was a performance for her. It was one of her acts of faith. It brought her a lot of joy. So if I think about her as a member of my earthly choirs that I've ever been a member of, or as a member of a professional choir that I get to see in concert, or just think of her as a member of the heavenly choir, I am filled with it. You can tell that I'm crying. This is making me sad, but I'm sad over my own loss of her. I'm not sad that I know she's taken care of. I'm not sad that I have all the faith in the world based on her faith. That she was singing with the choir immediately. That she was no longer in any pain. And that she did not suffer the grief that her passing left behind for those of us who did and do still suffer that grief. So for you out there, whoever you've lost, whatever event you are grieving, whether you're grieving a human loss, an animal loss, or an event in your life, I hope that you can find some faith that the loss itself is not for the greater good, but now that the loss is over and you're just living in the memories and the grief, that there is a greater good, and that person or animal or event needed to be gone at that point for your greater good. For your greater good. Let me read the meditation one last time. In the universe we share, I trust that my loved one is safe. I'll be back next week. Until then, please take care of yourself and go with grace.